the center of the screen, which I'm doing now, and you want to hit the enter button. Once you have done that, you will look at the top left and hit enter, then the top right, then the bottom left, and then finally the bottom right. As you can see now, I can move my face wherever I want. As you can see in the video, I am moving my face and the mouse is moving exactly where I want it. As you can see, my hands are not touching the mouse by any means, but as you can see, just using my face, I can get the cursor to move wherever I wish to. For clicks, as you can see here, I can click by double like blinking. It's a bit jittery, but it does work. So as you can see, I'll try and blink, and there you go, it pulls up this video feed. This is by default there. Now I'm going to switch off from it. So there you go. It's a bit jittery, but it does work. This is just a test file in the, as you can see, it switched over to the test file. There you go, it switched back to the main file. Now I'm just going to come over here and stop it. So as you see, there you go. It's a bit jittery, it doesn't exactly work most of the time. It does work, however, as you saw there. The movement itself works brilliantly, but the click is a little bit jittery, like sometimes you have to do double click, sometimes triple click to register the left click, but whatever, it does work. So let me just quickly show you guys the code. Like, let me just explain it to you. So okay, so let me just close these and enlarge the code. As you can see here, this is the code running on it. So let me start from here. So first of all, in terms of libraries, obviously you're going to need the CV2 library. You're going to need this dlib library, and numpy, which is numeric Python, it's a default library, and PyAutoGui, you're going to have to install this. So the libraries you will install is this, and this. So I'm using PyCharm, as you can see. So if you are using PyCharm, which I do recommend you use, just because of convenience, we'll just go here and search up dlib. As you can see there, there's PyAutoGui, there's OpenCV Python. CV2 is OpenCV Python, not CV2, so search up OpenCV Python instead. And here's your PyAutoGui. So that's the packages you want to install. Now there is this file which is included in the thing. So in the folder of the folder or wherever it is, sorry, it's not open right now, but whatever, the folder is included in this. So just make sure they're in the same folder. This is something you might wish to change. This is the video capture source. So you basically 0 means you're using the first source, which in my case I'm using my laptop, as my desktop doesn't have an integrated webcam. It is the integrated webcam. If you're using like multiple webcams, or like Droidcam for using your phone as a webcam or whatever, you might want to change that. So 0 is first, then 1 and 2 and so forth, like your almost like your indexes basically. Other than this is basically just your like system for controlling the eye. Let me just show you guys just in brief. So this is the calibration system. Basically we will ask the person to look at the center first, take that position, look at the top left, top right, bottom left and bottom right. We know now where exactly the screen is oriented. So based on that we can see, okay, when he's looking exactly at the bottom top right corner, for example, we want the mouse to move faster. Whilst moving looking towards the center, we don't want the mouse to move. The way it actually moves it is using a nose position. Basically with respect to the face, when you have your nose position, what will happen is when you tilt your face, you can see that the nose position changes with respect to the face, like the center of the nose. So based on that angle, it can calculate where you are positioning and by how much. So based on that, it will move it. For the blink part, like the left clicking, it uses like your ear threshold. Basically when you blink, your threshold, your face geometry changes slightly. So we are trying to capture that and use that for the we are trying to capture that and use it for detecting a blink. So this is basically just using the calibration data to get it like as per our use. And then basically the PyAutoGui part of it, this is what actually like controls the mouse. This is the library that allows us to go from the coordinates of the the orientation to actually moving of the mouse, as well as clicking it. But yeah, basically that's pretty much it. Like this is here the main part. I will try and explain it. Let's see. Okay, so basically the first thing is what we are doing is we are basically reading it from, obviously we are reading it, the live video, then we are flipping it. The reason we are flipping it is because in the camera frame, our left side is our the camera's right and the right is the left. So basically, but what we want is when we tilt towards the left, we want the cursor to move towards the left as well. So we are flipping the frame. Due to that, we are basically mirroring the frame rather not flipping it. We are also converting it into gray, like basically we are converting it to RGB spectrum, which is your like multicolor spectrum, to gray spectrum for easily getting, like for reducing the amount of calculation needed. And then we are using the CV2 default libraries as well as our face detection thing, this one here, shape detector, this library, to detect a face. Once we have detected the face, we'll go ahead and find out the center of it as well as the nose position, and we'll calculate the difference, as I told you, the x and y difference from the center as well as the nose position, based on which we know which direction the person is like which orientation the person's face is in. And based on that, then we'll basically take that and write that difference to the PyAuto GUI to move the mouse. And this is the blink part I said before. So as you can see here, basically we are taking the landmarks of our face, like the orientation currently, without blinking, and we are taking that and putting it in a range, obviously because it's different for many people, so we can't really put a fixed value for it. You might want to change this. I don't really think you need to for a basic demonstration like this is. And then basically we are taking the average, obviously because like for more accuracy, we are taking the average of the both eyes, and then we are, if that is less than the threshold, then we are basically start counting the frames. So we are setting this here up here somewhere, that is this delay. So basically this threshold, right, we need the eye to be blinked for 6 frames. We are setting that so that to prevent accident, like if you are suddenly blinking, for example, naturally you don't want it to clicking. So basically for that, you have to do a little bit longer of a blink, but it will prevent accidental left clicks basically. And then we are taking that, if we consider that is greater than consecutive frames, then we are setting it to left click. Now there was a right click feature of this, but that is not working at all, so that's just being completely removed for now. Maybe in the future, if you guys like this video a lot, then maybe in the future I'll try and get something to done with the right click. Basically the original idea was to have a single blink, you can see longer blink for a left and double long blinks for right, but it doesn't really work. It just registers double blinks as 2 separate blinks. It's very difficult to basically very difficult to get it calibrated. I'll have to think of something else probably for this application, but we'll see. If this video gets a lot of likes in the future, then of course we will go ahead and try something. I'll try something, get something done hopefully, and yeah, I'll hopefully have the right click working as well. But for now, I thought that between the left and the right click, I'd say the left click is more important. Now for those of you wondering why would I do this instead of just using a regular old mouse, the idea is for people, say people who have been in an accident or born with some disability and have lost their arms, right, and they cannot use a mouse normally. So for people like them, then it becomes easier to use the computer. So like before, they cannot do absolutely anything on the computer without a mouse, right? But now using this code, we are ideally, if this works brilliantly, then a person should be able to use the mouse using their face orientation. Of course, as you guys saw it, it works pretty well for, like, it works good enough for me to show you guys this, and like basically as a demonstration it works pretty well. But actually in the real world I wouldn't really use it, because like you know, obviously it does have some false clicks and sometimes it doesn't click. So for in a real world application where you are trying to use the computer legit, I won't really be using it, obviously. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like to this channel, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.